Alright, this is your instructional video on how to remove your Petite Crouton mini SD card. So the first thing you're going to do is, if you've done this, is right here you open this box and you see two screws. Alright, this screw holds your chassis. Never, 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 never remove this screw. It'll mess up everything, void your warranty, make a mess. Don't mess with it. This screw, however, is basically the grip retention screw. There's no hole all the way through. It's just using pressure. But basically this is for in case you want to go out and duel with your saber. You'll just tighten this 2 or 3 turns until you can't twist this anymore with your hand, and then you'll be able to duel with it safely. If you aren't going to duel with it, I recommend just leave this loose. It makes chassis exposure easier, and just doesn't need to be tightened unless you're really going to go smack things around with it, which I hope you wouldn't do with this historical saber. So you close that up, make sure that's loose, and then you're going to make sure your kill key is in, like that. This is not the kill key you're going to get, this is just a kill key I have for demonstrational purposes. And you are just going to unscrew it. There may be a little resistance, that's because I set up the washers to provide that resistance so that there's no rattling in the chassis. It shouldn't be too much though. If you're really having to use your muscles and turn, something's wrong, you need to stop. So your threads are broken through, and you just jiggle it back and forth like this, and then your chassis will come off, and set that aside, and then you can take your kill plug out. Alright, so there's your boot sound, and your Petite Crouton's all wired up, and your SD card is right here. So what you're going to do is you're going to take pliers like these, and you're going to set this down, and you're going to poke around, and you're just going to press, and the card should come out just like that. I don't know if you can see it yet. You can see it. And then you're going to take your pliers and pull on the card just like that. Okay, then you have it. Do whatever you want to it, plug it in the computer, and then whenever you're done, you're just going to do the reverse. You're going to take your card, put it in your tweezers like this, kind of bend it in a little, and you should have just enough room to just drop the card right in there, loosen your tweezers, and I messed up that time. If you mess up, you just try over again, because Lord knows I've done it a million times. Alright, so you just take your card, put it in there until it's in the silver thing. Don't press it in with the tweezers, use your finger. Just make sure it's nice in there, and then once you're sure it's in there, you press it all the way, and use your tweezers to click it in place. The reason I use my finger to kind of jiggle it in there is I can feel if it's catching on anything or not, and if it is catching on something, you don't want to break that housing card. So, once you have your card back in, you can put the kill key in, unplug it, make sure it works.
Obi-Wan's gonna kill me.
Technically you could leave the kill plug in and it's better, but for this purpose I just wanted to show you what it was like without it. Make sure your idle LED is blinking. You can see it is, so that's good. And then you're ready to put the chassis back on. Same way as you took it off, you're just gonna jiggle it back and forth so nothing catches, and then whenever you reach the black grip part, you just screw it in. You can see it works. You're just going to screw it in. Get past the 2 inches of threads this thing has, and you're going to twist it once so the O-ring matches the saber and that lines up. I don't know, can you see that? Bad camera. There you go. Now you can see it. And then you're all ready to go with your lightsaber. So, sorry about the video quality, it's a little blurry, but that is how you access your SD card.